Good morning, gang. How's it going? Good to be with you again. I'm at a very famous site here in the Chicago area, and it may be the most famous pilgrimage site in Illinois, if not the country. And this crucifix here at the Queen of Heaven Cemetery, which is where we're at, all emanated from the story that happened in Bosnia and Herzegovina, 1981. I don't know if you heard the story about the 6 children who witnessed the apparition of the Virgin Mary, which they still experience to this day. They still experience to this day. But it was a man named Joe Reinholtz here who lived in Hillside, worked in Hillside, he died in Hillside, that inspired this crucifix to be put here. And there's quite an amazing story that's behind it. His experience with these children, the 6 children of Medjugorje. It was 2 of the children that were walking along in the mountains there, and they looked up and they saw what appeared to be a figure of a beautiful woman surrounded by a bright light. And as they gazed upon her, she was unmoving. And they stared for a long time. And finally they got the courage to go up there. And after battling through the brush and the boulders, they came upon her. She spoke to them. And she said, "I am Mary, Mother of Jesus, and I am here to spread the gospel of conversion." And in the ensuing days, she was giving them messages. Of course, they went back and they got their friends. It turned out there were 6 of them, and they hold 10 secrets, still to this day, I believe, that she gave them. And they are still seeing her. And they're preaching the Word of God. And whether you're a believer or non-believer, you have to wonder, well, if you're a non-believer, you have to wonder, there's millions of people who go there that have unbelievably positive experiences, life-changing experiences to this day. And this site here is a pilgrimage site also, and they come here by the hundreds to see this beautiful crucifix. And it was Joe Reinholtz who had an experience that we're going to talk about that is the reason that this is here. So with that, we're going to go visit his grave, and I will tell you the story. So this is the grave of Joseph Reinholtz right here on the other side of Queen of Heaven Cemetery. As I said, he grew up here, he worked here, he was a retired railroad worker, and he was going blind. He had trouble seeing, and it was getting worse pretty quick. So in 1987, he went down to the airport. He flew out to Bosnia and Herzegovina. He was going to be a pilgrim to see if they could help him. And he made it to Medjugorje, and he did meet with the kids. He keyed in with one of I think the oldest girl, Vika, and she prayed with him. And he came back here, and a short time later, his blindness went away. So there's something to be said about this. 2 years later, he went back, and made that pilgrimage again. And again, with Vika, spent a lot of time with her. Again, she's one of the 6 seers, the 6 children, older now at that point. And she told him, she said, when you go back, look for a 3-branch tree that is next to a crucifix. She didn't say where it would be, she just said look for it. So taking her instructions, as soon as he came back, he searched. He searched and searched and searched. And he ended up here at Queen of Heaven Cemetery, and he found it. He found a crucifix with the 3-branch tree. And she said, pray there, and he prayed there. And lo and behold, the apparition of the Virgin Mary came to him. And not only did it come to him, but she would return every time he came, and she would bring with her some of the saints or angels. So that's pretty remarkable. And of course, when people here found out about it, the 3-branch tree and the amazing story and apparition, everyone wanted to see it. A lot of believers, pilgrims, and they came here by the thousands. And within 2 years, the archdiocese had to throw up their hands because the whole area where the tree was, near graves, of course, was getting trampled. And people were complaining. And so the place where we saw the crucifix has a big parking lot and a lot of room. And that's where they moved it. Now, where the 3-branch tree is, I don't know. And I would love to go find it if it's still alive, and I'm sure it is. I mean, the trees last for many, many years, right? But it is here somewhere. Does anyone know? Anybody on the channel? Anybody in comments? Any of the believers, please. It's somewhere out there. And if we find it, I will come back and we'll video that. And we'll tell more of the story. So they moved it over there, and it is the site today where many, many pilgrims come still. By the way, I was lucky. I caught a little window of time. It came very, very early. And of course, when I was wrapping up, cars were coming. It is heavily visited. Let's walk to the side here and look at his inscription. Beloved Joseph, December 22nd, 1910, December 18, 1996. And we see that he died just days before Christmas, both years. Both, born and died. He died of a stroke. He had a stroke in 95, I believe, and then in 96, he finally passed on. Now, I am just looking at this overall tombstone, and I'm very alarmed. Just saw this. Now, when I went on Find a Grave, there was a beautiful statue here of the Virgin Mary holding a child in bronze. It looked like it was absolutely stunning, and it has been ripped out of here and gone. And I am wondering, now, let's not overreact. Could it be in a museum? Could it be protected, being refurbished? I don't know. But if it's been stolen, it is just such a travesty. And I'll tell you what, we see this these days in cemeteries, and it's so appalling. There's videotapes where people put videotapes on graves near their loved ones because people are coming and stealing flowers and desecrating graves and stealing statues. I mean, come on. But I really hope that's not the case here. I really do. So let's see if we can, anybody knows, I would really be interested. 2 missions here. One, can we find out where the tree is in comments, and can we find out where the statue is? At least, you know what, if it's stolen, we're going to use our funds and we're going to get him a new statue, because this statue of the Virgin Mother really is iconic and representative on this whole story and who Joseph was. And it's, I think, really important that his legacy be protected. Gosh, I'm so upset. I really hope it's in a museum, gang. But anyway, Joseph, we hope you are resting in peace. Well, gang, I really wish I had better news to report here, but this was stolen. The statue was, I went to the office and I did check in 2012. The statue was stolen. So, very sad. So what I did is I gave them my name and phone number and email address, and of course I said that we're going to pay for a new statue here at Faces of the Forgotten. They're going to contact the family, if there is any family, and they're going to give them my contact information. I don't know if there's anybody left here. There's some flowers, but that could be from anyone. So if anyone out there knows the family of Joseph Reinholtz, Hillside, Illinois, please get in touch with me at the email, because we're going to take care of it. Can't do it unless we have permission from the family. All right, so we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Have a great day.